This is a video about how to graph various conic sections, and so we're going to look at two conic sections, and this first one is this is the first one we're given. X minus 2 squared is equal to y plus 2. And this one is a parabola. You can recognize a parabola pretty easily because only one of the variables is squared. So this is the first one we're going to do right here. And this is the second one we're going to do. These are both parabolas. You can recognize this one as being a parabola because only one thing is squared. The y term is being squared in number 2, and the x term is being squared in number 1. So they're both parabolas, but the fact that the x is being squared means this is a parabola that is going to face either up or down. Like it'll be a function, either up or down. And how you know whether it's facing up or down is the value of c. Now, how you determine c is when this is in standard form, and it is. This is one of the standard forms for a parabola. X minus h squared is equal to 4 times c times y minus k. The vertex is always at h, k, and the distance from the vertex to the focus is always c. So when we look at this, this is in this form. X minus h squared is equal to 4c. This is where 4c right there times y plus 2. What we see right here is the 1, the understood to be 1. So 4 times c in this case is equal to 1. Solve for c by dividing by 4. C is equal to 1/4. 1/4 is the distance from the vertex to the focus. Now, if c is positive, and it is, then we know that our parabola will be facing up. And I say up because x is being squared. That means it's either going to be facing up or down. Since c is positive, it will be facing up. This is the picture of our parabola. So what we'll do is we will just find the vertex. The vertex is hk, so in this case, because these are written with negatives, you always take the opposite of what it appears to be. Take the opposite of this, so it's going to be at 2, positive 2, negative 2 is where the vertex will be. So we go over here to 2, negative 2, and we put our vertex. We know it's going to be facing up like this. You just put it, I'm okay if you just put some kind of a sketch in there, that's fine. This is the vertex. The focus will always lie inside of the conic section. The focus is going to be in line with the vertex. So it's going to be in line right here. It's going to be 1/4 of a unit up right there. I'm going to put it about right there, F. Now I will label very clearly the vertex is at 2, negative 2. Since the focus is in line with the vertex, it will have the same y value, but it will have the same x value, but it will be moved vertically up 1/4 units. So the focus will be at its coordinates will be at x is 2, but it will be moved up 1/4 of a unit from the vertex. So it's going to be, if the vertex is at y is negative 2, then it's negative 2 plus 1/4. Negative 2 plus 1/4 is what the y coordinate for the focus will be. If I make this a common denominator of 4, I get negative 8 over 4 plus 1. So it's going to be negative 7/4 or negative 1 3/4. I can't really fit it in there. So that's the coordinates. You move 1/4 up. It will have the directrix will lie c units below the vertex, and this will be the equation y is equal to, and so below you're going to move 1/4 of a unit down from the vertex, so the y is equal to negative 2 and 1/4. You move 1/4 down to get that coordinate. That's number 1. Number 2, we have y plus 6 squared is negative 8x. Because this is y squared, this is the standard form of the parabola where the y variable is being squared. This type of parabola will either open to the right or to the left, depending on the value of c. when we look at this, this is in standard form. If this bothers you, just this x, you can imagine this to be a x minus 0. You can think of it like that. And then you can see that the vertex will be at x is 0, y is negative 6, because again, you take the opposite of what is being presented to you. So 4 times c is equal to whatever this number is. Negative 8 is this one, so c is negative 2. The fact that c is negative and that y is being squared means that this parabola will open to the left, which is the negative direction for x's. So we will find our vertex, which is 0, negative 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where my vertex is, okay? I know my parabola will look like that. I know the focus will be somewhere in here. It'll be enclosed by the graph, but the focus is 2 units from the vertex. So this is the vertex. It's always enclosed inside the graph. So that means I'm going to move 2 units to the left and put my focus, and then I'm going to go 2 units to the right, which is, and this is where the directrix will be. So the coordinates of the vertex are 0, negative 6, but this time I move c units to the left to find my focus. So if I go left, then the coordinates for the focus will be at x is negative 2, y is negative 6, and then the equation of the directrix is x is equal to, if I move c units to the right, that will put me at x is equal to 2. So that's how you would graph those two conic sections.